Welcome to Speedhaus, everyone. My name's Cameron, as always. Today we're going to be talking about kind of something a little special. We're going to be going over another shop car. It's my 2013 Dodge Charger SXT Plus. Alright, so just a quick parts rundown. In the motor, we have a 3.6 liter pintastar, fully ported heads, intake manifold. There's been a slight bit of work done to the bottom end. We're running for fuel, we're running Walbro 450 fuel pump, stock 6.4 liter injectors out of the SRT. Proceeded to analyze that with the haltec flex fuel manager that talks to the factory ECU. Little mods would be custom intake. We've done catch can setup on the vehicle, custom cooling. A lot of this is custom, so it's kind of hard to remember everything and go over and tell y'all everything. Makes about 400 NA. Future goals would be to turbo it. Power right now is fed through the ZF 8-speed that comes factory. Did a Sunco Stage 2 rebuild on it. Should be good for around 1,000 horsepower, 1,000 torque. Moving on from motor drivetrain, that's about all that's done to that. Going on to the trunk, we'll be featuring an airlift air management system that provides suspension for this. All the air for that is provided by a Flow Air Ride manufacturing air tank, 28 inches, fed by dual 450 viar air pumps. Interior is pretty stock Dodge Charger interior. Custom lighting has been added around the dash bezel, and then just the normal itty-bitty things you throw in your project car. So you got the knickknacks, you have fuzzy dice, it's daily. So the air suspension, currently running Airlift Performance air shocks front and rear. We went with the Pro Series so that we have the dampening adjustment and a little bit more reliability out of the bags. The air management itself is the normal 3P with 3/8 inch PTC fittings in it. The hard lines and trunk setup itself is done by me. All this car is done by me, actually. Current wheel setup would be a 20 by 10.5 Rohana RX10 in the front. In the rear, we have a 19 by 11.5 Zedd wheel. Don't remember the current model number on it. The reason we have the mixed matched wheels is even with low horsepower, this thing still catches absolutely no traction. So we went with the, us being us, custom wheel with the tire to actually have a little bit more traction and be different. So let's move on and let's actually get into the reason of why I have this car, why I built this car, and why this car is the way it is. I don't build it to brag, I don't build it to show off, but there's nice parts under the hood, there's nice parts in the trunk where it's on nice wheels. I bought this vehicle about 4 years ago because I remember cruising down the road with my dad, back seat. I saw the taillight ring, knew I had to have it charged. Many years went by, had the opportunity to pick this one up. Now y'all are gonna ask me, well, why'd you pick the V6 instead of the V8? I was at the dealership picking out this car. There was an exact same year, same model, less spec interior right next to it. So for 2 extra cylinders, I would have had a worse car for about 8 grand more. So you hate me all I want, saved a little bit of money, saving 2 cylinders. After having the vehicle for 4 years now, it's been daily driven about every single day. Back in 2021, July, I believe, this vehicle actually totaled itself out. I was leaving work at an old shop one day and so honestly just did a U-turn right off back into the curb, totaling the vehicle out. At that day, we kind of figured the car was done. As you can see, I didn't do that. So what me and Matt ended up doing was tearing the whole vehicle apart, bought all new suspension front and rear, new subframes, completely rebuilt this vehicle from the ground up. We took it from total hunk of crumpled metal one morning at 9 a.m. to come in the next day at noon, have the vehicle up running on its air system. Matt will give me a lot of crap for this car especially. We'll pick this car up just randomly during the week to investigate the damage. And that's basically where I get bored, throw the car up in the air, start laughing at all the metal missing underneath of it, and invite everyone over to have a little laugh with me. This vehicle is a perfect representation of who I am, what I want to do, and where I want to go. It's always tell everyone you can build your cars to actually drive them. This one's done everything exactly how I wanted, and it's built by me. So I have a lot of time and effort into this, and I love to drive it. My front bumper is still messed up, so I'm gonna take it to shows. The theme of the vehicle has somehow evolved into broken hearts. Back a couple years ago, I wasn't doing too good, really wasn't really wasn't enjoying life. And that happened to be about the time this car got totaled out, and thought I was gonna lose it. But after rebuilding it, we were going to go over the theme for the vehicle and figure out what we were gonna do for the trunk setup. Well, Matt walked up to me and he said, well, why not a broken heart? It was a joke, but even with the sadness behind the vehicle, the depression, the everything, it's still here. I'm still here. We're still continuing to provide entertainment, provide enjoyment for my life and everyone else's life. Every time we go out, Brady, if you're watching, which you probably are, you already know. So this interview, this one means something to me. It shows you can enjoy the things that you build, make it an artwork, and enjoy it. Doesn't matter what someone else says you have to do or don't have to do, you can enjoy it. And with all that being said, me telling y'all all about my salvage style car and what it means to me is the start of my legacy. And I hope to see everyone with me. I hope to see y'all continue to grow with us.